Hosier, too sweet. Good morning. It is Big Joe and Laura here on Mix 95.7, Grand Rapids Best Mix. Welcome to Monday, September 9th, 2024. Hey, Laura, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I am tired for good reason today, though. Usually I'm always tired, but it has to do a little football game we're going to talk about in a few minutes. Maybe you might have seen it last night.
Yeah, I heard that one was a little bit stressful. I was sleeping, so that's why I'm not tired, but I'm glad that you took one for the team to make sure that the team made it where they needed to. But yeah, you know what? Today is actually a special day.
Okay, it's Monday, the 9th of September. What's so special about it?
Well, today is statistically most likely the day to be your birthday on average. The most people on the planet have today as their birthday than any other day of the year. In fact,
I always love doing this game, and I wonder if I'm alone or if this is quite normal, and I've always felt ashamed to do this. That means that you were probably, conceived on New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Right? Because 9 months, give or take. I heard that's how it works.
Or you were some sort of New Year's resolution in general, I think, within the first week or so, depending on how things work. So congratulations, you New Year, baby. Happy birthday if today or really any day this week is your birthday. But yeah, I know a lot of people that have birthdays in September, later in September, but I don't think I know anybody with a birthday today.
No, I don't. But play along with my game, please.
Okay, go ahead.
I was born December 10th.
Okay.
So that is very close to today being the 9th. So that's the 12th month. Go back 9 months would be the 3rd month. So
okay.
Was I like a St. Patrick's Day baby?
Well, technically I think I am for sure, but that's just because it's near my dad's birthday, because my dad's birthday is the day after St. Patrick's Day, and I was like 2 weeks late. So I was supposed to be born on Christmas, and I, as per usual, was not on time and showed up in like mid-January almost.
Look at you,
so
just
late.
like, I'm going to stay here a couple more weeks. Hello, front desk.
Listen, I'm not going to have a birthday on Christmas. I don't want to share. It already sucks having one 2 weeks after, so I'm going to cook here a little longer, and y'all, good luck on speed.
All right, well, I'm so happy for green beer and all the other good stuff that brought me into this world.
Yeah, there you go. Thanks.
We are Big Joe and Laura here on Mix 95.7. It is your birthday week. Well, hey, happy birthday. If not, we got you next time.
It's time for Big Joe and Laura's Need to Know News on Mix 95.7.
Good morning to everyone who's a little bit tired because you stayed up late watching the Lions win in overtime against Matthew Stafford and the Rams.
First and goal from the one. It is Montgomery. It is a Detroit Lion overtime win.
I was too tired. I went to bed, but I'm so happy I woke up to that highlight.
I'm going to be honest. I am just in awe. Lions, please don't give us any more heart attacks like that this season. It's too early.
You know they're coming. And if you missed it, we now know who's going to be doing the halftime show for this year's Super Bowl.
They not like us.
Rapper Kendrick Lamar has been chosen to headline the Super Bowl halftime show. It's Kendrick's first time as a headliner, but he was actually part of the hip-hop themed one back in 2022. Super Bowl 59 happens February 9th in New Orleans.
Oh, I can't wait. Now, it's been a real headache trying to find detours that won't add an hour to your commute to get from northbound 131 to westbound 96. It has been driving me crazy. I use that route so frequently and did not realize it until they closed it back in April.
Lindsay drives that way every day for work at Meyer, and she's been having to go a different way. Yeah, it's not fun dealing with that.
No, or just going northbound and having to deal with all the people trying to do it just to get past them, because it's been awful. But good news, they did say that it was going to be delayed. Now they're saying all of that construction is back on schedule, and even better, should be done by the end of the month.
All right, I'm holding you to that one.
Yeah, seriously, please, do not delay it anymore. I'm ready to be able to get places easier.
And for your final need to know news stories, it's not unusual for something to get shoved up your nose, but usually it comes out. This guy, though, well, he found something that was there from a long time ago.
I was in the shower, and my doctor has told me that with the dry, hot summer months, it's really helpful to blow your nose while you're in the shower. So I've been regularly doing this for the last 6 months or so. Today, I was blowing my nose in the shower, and lo and behold, I blew out a Lego dot that has been in my nose for at least 26 years.
What do you mean 25 years ago. No way. You did this like 6 months ago tops, and you just don't want to admit it.
I know. It's like any Lego piece up there has got to cause some blockage, but like, nope, just my sinuses.
Have you never been to a doctor? Did they not look up there? No way. Absolutely not.
That is Big Joe and Laura's Need to Know News on Mix 95.7. It's Big Joe and Laura here on Mix 95.7, Grand Rapids Best Mix. So why do we have your husband James on the line?
Well, recently, James had a scenario when he went out to breakfast with our son, Justin. And James, why don't you tell what happened, where you were, what happened, the whole story?
Well, I decided to take him to breakfast at Real Food Cafe here in Alger Heights, where we live. Great place. Love it. They're always really nice. We go there a lot for takeout in the mornings, and I'll sit outside with him. But I was feeling confident enough to take him inside and sit down at a table. It's only the second time we've ever done that. And it started off fine, but he's in a phase right now where he just wants to grab everything, which is okay. And then he wants to throw everything, which is not so okay in the restaurant. And at one point, he picked up a full plate of food and just threw it at the wall.
I'm sorry, I'm not laughing, but
I am.
Oh, okay, so he throws it at the wall. Obviously, it makes a big scene. How does everyone else around you react to that?
Well, the restaurant's in two halves, so there's like a dividing wall, the kitchen side, and then like the dining area side.
Yeah.
And I sit over there because it's quieter for the baby. But the restaurant just came to a screeching halt for a second.
Skirt! So, like, you think you can't go back there anymore?
I don't want to.
No, listen, it's a one-time thing. Little guys do that sometimes. It's totally normal. Now, if you let him pick up the plate and lob it at the wall 3 times, we're never going back there with or without the baby. They're going to remember our faces, but I don't think you should be afraid.
Well, that was the plate. I mean, other items made it on the floor many more times.
Wait,
what
other
What
items?
exactly was thrown around?
Napkins, toys. The last time I took him, he threw his toy car on the ground like 14 times. And when it's fine. I don't mind that he does it, but when you're there by yourself with the baby, it's a lot.
It sounds like you got a good like yoga workout in, like bending down, pick it up.
You would think it never gets easier, Joe.
So basically, I guess what we're asking for is your advice, West Michigan. How do we get our son Justin to stop throwing plates or knocking spoons? That's his other thing. As soon as he's done eating, it's knock the spoon out of your hand with a violent force because he's like, no, that's not going in my mouth, Mom. Boom!
Get out of
He
here.
does that meme where he'll you can watch him when he's done, he'll just grab whatever's left, a plate, food, whatever, and hold it over the edge of his high chair into the nothingness and just kind of be like, I'm done with you, and let it go.
Well,
so if you've got advice for us on how we stop this, 616-600-0957. I want my husband to be able to go out to breakfast with our son again in public and not have a nightmare scenario. I'm so sorry, James.
I say you two embrace this and you look at it as like a possible Olympic future.
What, the best shot
true.
disc thrower where he
Yeah,
just
like
lobs that plate?
discus, shot put, something.
Oh, I guess we can start training now. We do have an ultimate frisbee course right next to us at Garfield Park. 616-600-0957 if you've got any advice or experience with this. We're Big Joe and Laura on Mix 95.7.
We are the Big Joe and Laura show here on Mix 95.7, Grand Rapids Best Mix.
And my son is such a sweet little guy, but recently he's gotten into a new phase where he has started throwing plates when we're out to eat or at home. And it started off as it was kind of funny at first because it's like, he's like, I'm done, yeet. But then my husband, who called in earlier, took him to Real Food Cafe in Alger Heights right down the street from our house. And little dude heated a plate right in the middle of breakfast. And my husband's like, the whole restaurant stopped. I wasn't there because I was here, obviously, on the radio. And he said, we can never go back again after what happened. And so I wanted to know, do you have any advice for me? You can always give us a call at 616-600-0957. Rebecca in Grand Rapids, you got some advice for me on how to get my little guy to stop eating plates across restaurants?
Embrace it because they're only young ones. They grow so fast. You just kind of have to roll with it and enjoy it. I know with mine, I had a similar experience when she was 6 months old. And I'm sitting there as a mother freaking out, oh my goodness, they're making a mess. Let's not do this. The restaurant, of course, for a second came to a halt, so I understand that concern there. But you know what? The restaurant embraced it. They were like, she's a kid. Just let her do it. We'll get it cleaned up. It's okay. So I'm just going to have to say go with embrace it for sure.
Yeah, Laura, why don't you and your husband, James, just grab plates and throw them too?
You know, I really like going to Real Food Cafe. I really don't want a lifetime ban, but I do see your point, Rebecca, that, you know, they're only young once and people should have at least small amounts of empathy. I'm one of those people that doesn't like a lot of attention on me. So when that whole restaurant halts, I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, I totally get it. Yeah, like I'm that way too. Like I don't like the whole attention thing, you know, but kids are kids once. I mean, I don't know. That's a tough situation for sure. But
oh no, I appreciate you telling me to embrace it. Thanks, Rebecca. Have a great rest of your morning.
Have a good one. You too.
Hey, Allison and Muskegon, do you have advice for me trying to get this little guy not to eat all of his dinner plates?
Yeah, they actually make plates that suck to the table wherever you're at. So my sister used to use those so that my nephew couldn't lift them off the table.
Oh, that's a great idea. Laura, you should try it.
Oh, here's the thing. We did try that, and he figured out how to unsuction it from the table, and now he eats that plate when we're at home. And so and maybe it's the specific brand of plate I have. If anyone out there has a brand that works better than the NUK Nook or whatever it is, we did try that, but he is so smart. He puts his little finger under there and just pries it up. And I'm like, no, little guy, why? So I'm so proud of him, but also so horrified at the same time.
Hey, thank you so much for your calls. And of course, if you have any other advice, you can send us a DM in the Mix 95.7 app. It is Big Joe and Laura here on Mix 95.7, Grand Rapids' best mix.
And while we're not old, we're not exactly spring chickens. And one of the things that is going around on the internet right now is there is someone who has dug through Google data to find out what the most searched text message abbreviations are. So, like, obviously, we all know what LOL and OMG mean, although surprisingly, according to this list, there are a lot of people that don't actually know what LOL or OMG mean.
Really?
But there's a list of 20 different acronyms of the most searched Google terms of all of them. Now, some of the really obvious ones are at the top. I know you're going to know the top 2 or 3. So
okay.
I'll go ahead and just throw you a couple softballs, but I'm going to see with some of the ones further down on the list. I don't know that I would know what these were if I saw them out in the wild, so I'm going to see how well you do, okay?
Okay, yeah, and if you're listening right now, play along too and DM us in the Mix 95.7 app. Like, let us know how many of those you got right.
Absolutely. Now, the first 2, if you don't know these, I'm going to be upset. Do you know what SMH means?
I believe that is shaking my head.
That is correct. POV is the number 2 most searched one.
Don't want to share how I know that one. POV, point of view?
That is correct. Over 156,000 searches each month because people don't know what POV means, which I'm like, that's crazy to me.
I feel like some people do, but
yeah, I know. Okay, well, what about number 4 on the list with 122,000 searches? Do you know what FOMO actually means? FOMO.
Yeah, I believe it's fear of missing out.
That is correct.
Yeah, I got that all the time. I'm the king of FOMO.
So I had a little FOMO when I saw this one because I didn't know actually what this one meant. Maybe you will. What is IIRC, which is number 9 on the list?
You said IRRC?
IIRC.
IIRC. Can I get a brief hint? Or do you just have to tell it to me?
You might, if you remember something.
It isn't really cool? Or
is it really cool? No.
I don't know. What is it?
If I recall correctly.
What? Okay. Who's saying that?
Apparently.
That's something my grandma would say, like,
66,000 people searched to figure out what it means. So clearly a lot of people out there saying it. Okay, what about this one? Do you know what OOTD means?
Oh, God, yeah. I do it every day. Outfit of the day.
Okay, good
Look
on
at
that
me.
one.
Wear my Lions gear, baby.
All right. Last but not least. Or no, here's 2 more.
Oh, good.
IG. What does IG mean? Not an abbreviation for a social media platform, which might be the obvious.
I was going to be, it's easy. It's Instagram, IG.
No, every time I see it, I think that's what they mean, but now I'm realizing I've been wrong this whole time. So what does IG stand for?
GG's good game. IG. Is that maybe like when Lindsay's like, will you please? And I'm like, fine, IG, I'll go.
Close.
Okay.
Same energy.
I'm game?
No, I guess.
Oh.
Okay.
It's the...
I'll go, I guess. You know,
it's
same kind of...
It's the shorter way to do a thumbs up.
Yes, and last but not least, Do you know what FWIW means? I see it all the time on TikTok, and I finally figured it out when I saw this list. This is the last search term on the list with 44,000 people looking it up.
Do that again, because I think I thought of something else, which we can't say on the radio.
FWIW. No, not that one.
FWIW.
I know what you're thinking of. It is not that one.
FWIW.
You know what? For what it's worth, that one means for what it's worth.
No, nobody says that.
They do.
Who?
44,000 people searched it up, so clearly 44,000 people had to see it out on the internet.
If you were listening to that right there, all those abbreviations, did you know those? Because I knew most of them, but I've never heard anybody use those.
Well, send us a DM in the Mix 95.7 app. Let us know how you did.
Big Joe's Little Wins happens this time weekdays here on Mix 95.7, Grand Rapids Best Mix. We want to hear the good stuff that's happening in your life, the positive news, anything you're celebrating, all those good vibes. We want to share them with everybody in West Michigan. Call us at 616-600-0957. We've got Risha in Rockford on the phone. Hey, thank you so much for calling in. What's your little win?
Well, good morning. I just wanted to share it's actually a big win. I just turned the big 5-0 last Thursday. And so it's actually caused me to start speaking up for myself more, especially with my friends, even if it's like through tears. And speaking up for myself and my friends is something new, and it's painful, but I feel like I'm finally coming out of my cocoon and turning into a butterfly.
Good for you. You know, better late than never, regardless when it comes to like being your own advocate or advocating for other people. Because so many people just want to I don't want to cause any waves. I don't want to cause any problems. But you know what? Speak up. If you're sharing your piece, you're taking care of yourself, and you're not being mean, you're never going to cause any real problems doing that.
That's right. And it's like I'm demanding that people are actually present with me, because I feel like, you know, life is very precious. And so just show you love me with your actions, not just your words. One more big win. I'm going to Vegas in a couple of weeks, and I paid for a cabana, so those little 30-year-olds won't know what hit them.
Oh, girl, yes. You got a good bathing suit ready?
Well, I have a one piece because I got the mom belly. You know?
Yeah, listen, I'm also in the one piece with my mom belly over here. Ain't no shame in it.
Hey,
as long
me
as you
too.
feel good, that's all that matters.
But thank you for letting me share my big win with you guys.
Yeah, well,
happy belated.
Thank you. It's going to be my 50th birthday year, not just a month.
Not just a month. She's like, I'm celebrating all year, so everybody just get out of the way until 2026.
There you go.
Hey, if you've got a little win that you want to share with us this morning, just like Risha and Rockford, please pick up the phone and share it. Spread that positivity. See, don't we feel good now? We're all cheering. We want to go to the cabana too. 616-600-0957. Hey, good morning. We're Big Joe and Laura here on Mix 95.7, Grand Rapids Best Mix, and I'm tired from the Lions game last night. I'm also tired because I went to Meyer Gardens to see Michael Franti, and it was an incredible show, great time, good vibes, and honestly felt like a spiritual awakening, like a church. I don't know. It wasn't even like religious, but it just felt so incredible being there. And I was enjoying it, but I was also tired. So I was sitting in my seat. And also, the Lions were playing last night.
I was going to say, I was surprised to hear you went to a game or to a concert knowing that it was the Lions home opener. I figured you'd be at home even by yourself if you had to be just to watch the game.
If Lindsay wouldn't have asked me earlier when tickets went on sale if I'd like to go, I'm like, oh, yeah, we never get to see him because he always sells out. Like, people were lined up an hour and a half early to get in. I said, yeah, I'll go. I didn't realize the Lions would be playing on Sunday night because as much as I love the show, it was great. I wanted to watch the Lions kick off the season. So I did the next best thing. I enjoyed the show when I could, and then I opened my phone and watched it streaming on there.
Oh, no. That is such a concert sin. You literally watched a game while at the concert. Now, how close were you to the stage?
Well, I mean, I was probably a couple of rows away from the back. Not like the seated seats, but like on the lawn. I was probably a couple away from the concrete or cement, like a couple of rows back. I was back.
Mostly towards the back.
Yeah, so there were a few people behind me, but I tried to keep my phone like right against my chest so I could see it, like and bend my neck down. So I'm not like flashing everybody at the light. I don't remember what song it is, and that's why I was wondering if you went to the concert last night. Because there's no way Laura's going to believe this, but if you went to the concert last night, 616-600-0957, or if you've been to like a Michael Franti concert before and you've seen this done, because I've never seen this, didn't expect it. I'm on my phone, Lindsay's like, get up, dance, blah, blah, blah. Out of nowhere, there is a circle of about 15 people around me dancing, just doing weird dance moves, and I'm in the center of the dance circle, and this was on purpose. They did this in several spots, but I'm like, what the heck is going on? I'm just like trying to watch this the first, almost second quarter. Laura, I don't get embarrassed easily. Like I'm the fat guy that'll take his shirt off and let his man boobs do his thing. But
yeah, I've had to tell you multiple times not to.
It was so fun though. It made me happy. But then I felt bad because then like I was in the middle of the circle. I think you're supposed to take turns. This little kid gets in there, but I'm just in my chair. I'm like, and those chairs are so short, it's hard to get up. So I just stayed there. I tried to get up, but I couldn't get up.
So everybody's having a vibe, and you're sitting in the middle like a potato watching the Detroit Lions game.
It wasn't just me, but yes, I was called out. And then somebody said, "Oh, he's watching the Lions game." So this guy asked me, this older man, they're just vibing out, having a good time. He's like, "What's the score?" So I just started taking my phone and I turned it and I started like letting everybody see it in the dance circle because I'm like, I'm not getting up. So I just started panning left and right. But it was such a great time, and I'm laughing about it now. But
I'm horrified. I'm horrified to even be associated with you after that.
I was so embarrassed just to have this group of like adult, like I said, 60, 70-year-olds were there, all the way down to the kids, like grandkids were there. It was a huge family concert almost. And all these little kids, I'm like, oh, what am I doing with my life?
Oh, my gosh. I mean, I'm glad the Lions won. Had you done that and they'd lost, I'm pretty sure I would never talk to you again, especially not on the radio.
If you went to the concert last night, can you please, maybe I just was like, had too many beers and I don't remember everything correctly. But it felt really weird. And I don't know if I joined a cult or what. 616-600-0957.
It's time to play Laura Can't Lose on Mix 95.7. Here's how it happens. You'll have 1 minute to answer 5 questions. You can pass if you need to, and we'll come back if time allows. A tie goes to Laura because, well, her name's on the show. Here's who's playing Laura Can't Lose today.
Back for her second day representing Grand Rapids, Michigan, it's Jennifer.
Hello, Jennifer. Hi. Welcome back. How are you today?
Doing great.
Heck yeah. Well, you are back after tying me on Friday. Now we've moved that Michigan Lottery ticket jackpot up to $30. How are you feeling about it?
Feeling positive.
All right. I believe in you. You're a teacher. You're smart. You should be able to school me.
All right. Well, go ahead. I'm sure you've done this with students before. Tell Laura to get out of the school or the classroom or the studio.
Right. Get out of here, Laura.
Yep.
On my way to the principal's office.
Never heard that before. Okay, she's gone. Here is your first question. What color is Sonic the Hedgehog?
He's blue.
Question 2. Who directed the movie Jurassic Park?
Oh, I think was that Steven Spielberg?
Question 3. Ray Charles was famous for playing which instrument?
The piano.
Question 4. What's the name of the baby in The Simpsons?
It's, here, let's pass that for a second.
Question 5. What does the Energizer Bunny wear on his feet?
On his feet? I don't know. Big shoes, I guess. I don't know.
Question number 4 again. What's the name of the baby in The Simpsons?
There's Lisa, and there's Bart, and there's the little one who is... My gosh, I don't know her name. I've never seen The Simpsons.
Do you want to give me any kind of a guess?
I can only think of Daniel Tiger's sister's name, and her name is Margaret. So we'll go with that.
Okay, I'm going to bring Laura back in.
Laura!
Laura, welcome back. You have a chance to take down Jennifer in Grand Rapids. She got 3 out of 5 right.
All right, so you're telling me these are hard questions. Let's go.
Question 1. What color is Sonic the Hedgehog?
Blue.
Correct. 1-1. Heading into question 2. Who directed the movie Jurassic Park?
What's that guy's name? Oh, no. Steven Spielberg. I was like, oh, no. I was like, John Williams did all the music. Who directed the movie?
What a nerdy, amazing talent to know the musical score.
Way before the director. Yeah, that is pretty sad. John Williams is the composer, in my defense.
I believe you. 2-2.
He did Star Wars.
Going into question 3. Ray Charles was famous for playing which instrument?
Ray Charles? He played piano.
That is correct. 3-3. Question number 4. What's the name of the baby in The Simpsons?
Maggie.
That is correct. Laura, you have taken a 4-3 lead.
Aww.
Question 5. What does the Energizer Bunny wear on his feet?
shoes?
You both said
They're
that.
flip-flops,
It's
right?
flip-flops,
It is
yeah.
flip-flops. I was like, now that I think about it, it's flip-flops, which is fine. It doesn't matter. I didn't need it anyway.
Laura, you squeaked it out today, 4-3, taking down Jennifer from Grand Rapids.
I'm so sorry, Jennifer.
Yeah, my Simpson knowledge is just not up to snuff, I guess.
She's
You know
never
what?
watched The Simpsons.
Oh my gosh, that was my favorite show with my dad growing up, and my husband has a Simpsons tattoo, so that one I had a little bit of a lean in.
Well, Jennifer in Grand Rapids, you lost. I think you know what you have to do now, right?
Mitchell, my son's going to help me out.
Oh.
We're Jennifer and Mitchell from Grand Rapids, and Laura just can't lose.
Oh, Jennifer and Mitchell, you guys are incredible. If you guys want to get up against me like they did, go ahead and give us a call. Michigan Lottery ticket jackpot's up to $35. 616-600-0957.
Hey, good morning. It's Big Joe and Laura here on Mix 95.7, Grand Rapids Best Mix. And if you missed this last night,
First and goal from the one. It is Montgomery. It is a Detroit Lion overtime win. You know the Lions won again.
yeah!
You know the Lions won again. You know the Lions won again.
It is so exciting to have a team win their first game on the road to a perfect season, heading to a Super Bowl. Okay, I know I'm
Listen,
getting a little excited, Laura, but
You're drinking the Hawaiian Blue Kool-Aid a little too heavily this morning, considering how close that game was and how they just won it by the hair of their little lion manes.
their little chinny chin chin.
Yeah.
Listen, they won though, and there are a lot of people talking about like last year how they would have found the way to get the money to go to see the Lions in the Super Bowl. Unfortunately, they didn't make it, but
Yeah.
every year the tickets go on sale. I'm not exactly sure when, but I was looking. It's not cheap, but compared to how expensive they can be,
Yeah.
I think for $2,000 to $5,000 a ticket, you can go to the Super Bowl.
You could also see Taylor Swift twice for that kind of money.
No, I get that, but how cool would it be to be able to go to the Super Bowl this coming year? The Lions obviously are in it. They win. And you see Kendrick Lamar announced doing the halftime show. That'd be pretty sweet. Now, normally I would say, no, we'll never financially recover from this. But my wife proposed it to me, like via a DM when I was sleeping overnight because
Yeah.
she stayed up to watch the game. And Laura, I'm kind of trying to figure out how I can $5,000 to $10,000. I don't
this
have
is
it.
insane. Yeah, I would say you don't have this kind of money, right? Laying around.
No, I mean I got like a little 401k work does, but I can't pull that out.
No, I wouldn't do that. You would get taxed.
And I got like
out the wazoo
got
for it.
Got like a little emergency fund, but not $10,000 just sitting around.
No,
So
you're
but
insane.
can't you get like a loan? Like we have a house. Can't we get like a home loan or
Like
something?
you can remortgage your home, which would be one of the dumbest things in this economy to do because let's be honest, interest rates are a nightmare right now for houses. This is the reason I rent and don't buy currently because no way in this economy am I buying a house. But no, that's insane. Hey, don't put your house up because they barely won yesterday. Barely. Overtime win. And I'm happy. I think the Lions have the potential to make it. I don't think it's a surefire guarantee they're going to the Super Bowl this year. And while I appreciate you wanting to be there in case it does happen, and honestly, seeing Kendrick Lamar probably worth $2,000 a ticket after I saw him at Little Caesars Arena earlier this year, or a couple years ago. But no, absolutely. This is an insane idea, Joe.
Okay, well, hear me out. Let's say, and I'm not even trying to say this, but let's say Laura or other people say maybe they don't get to the Super Bowl. It's still an investment. There's no way that I don't double the money.
Yeah, but what if it ends up being like the Patriots and the Chiefs and no one wants to go because who cares? And then really your tickets don't add in value and at best you break even.
Should me and my wife Lindsay find a way? I'm assuming it's $5,000 to $10,000 for a pair of tickets. Like even if they're nosebleeds, just to be at this upcoming Super Bowl.
Buy a car. You could buy a car for that kind of money. Not a new car, but a car.
Yeah, no, true. I mean, I get that.
Or you could sit in a seat one time where it's real cold and see teams you don't care about potentially because the Lions have never been to the Super Bowl, and I appreciate your optimism, but there's no guarantee they're going this time either.
I know, but that way I'll have the tickets if they do.
You're insane. 616-600-0957. Should Joe buy these Super Bowl tickets, or should he just calm it down and wait at least until they make it further in the season?
Why, so I could pay $1 million?
616-600-0957.